Hi, everyone. In the spirit of Groundhog Day and the horrific winter weather of the last few weeks, I am recycling a publication that I did in 2022. And maybe, just maybe, by talking about warmer weather, I can help spring come a little bit earlier. Pretty please. But I have no control of time or the weather. Both belong to God. My job is to know the season and adjust accordingly. That's the job and opportunity for all of us. Do we know what season we're in? Can we spot the signs and do something about it? This line of thinking is the beauty of the 1993 classic movie Groundhog Day, as its central theme goes deeper than forecasting warmer weather. The movie's deeper meaning is about humanity's wrestling match with time. How to evolve with each day. How to change when the season changes. Except in this movie, time stayed still until Phil Connors could find his true purpose. In the midst of our journeys, most of us will face or have faced exactly what Phil Connors faced in the movie: burnout. Burnout does not occur at the first sign of overwhelm. Burnout happens when overwhelm intersects with a change in season, a change of values, interest, life events, or circumstances. Seasons change, we all evolve, and when it does, it's our job not to remain stagnant. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Work Life Eubiosis podcast with your host, Charleston Edwards. If this is your first time here, welcome. My goal is simple: to eradicate burnout and to bring harmony, purpose, and balance to this world, starting with the family. My hope is that this show and the stories shared will provide encouragement and ideas that will be valuable to you on your journey to work-life freedom. So let's dive into today's episode. I can't assume everyone has seen the movie Groundhog's Day, so let me give you a quick synopsis. In the movie, Phil Connors, a weatherman played by Bill Murray, is caught in a time-warped hamster wheel of his career. Phil is miserable. He hated his job, and this cyclical pattern of waking up on the same day led him into deep depression, anxiety, and multiple suicide attempts. He eventually realized that he had to keep reliving Groundhog's Day until he got it right, which was over 12,000 times, which is the same as 33 years. Though this movie centers on an alternative worldview of getting many chances to get reincarnation right here on Earth, there's an underlying theme that hits most of humanity. We all have to navigate the rat race of life. Participating in the rat race means that we will face career challenges, maybe a few toxic workplaces, or perhaps chronic frustration of overwhelm. And at some point in the race, it's natural to look for greener pastures. However, greener pastures are just a mirage without doing the inner work first. The inner work gets down to our values, interests, purpose, the motivations of the heart. What saved Phil in this movie was, you guessed it, love. In front of him, for each of his repetitive 12,000 days, was the love of his life. She was there the entire time, and it was his coworker, Rita. This wasn't the end of the movie, though. Phil had to work through a lot of junk, trauma, and insecurities to get back to his true self. At the end of the day, he realized that he wasn't the star of the show. He selflessly started giving himself to others. And boom, the trance was broken. Phil found authenticity, and he was able to see and live the next day. The lead domino of getting rooted in a life of living for others resulted in a much more fulfilled life and true love. Phil got out of burnout, stepped into a new day and a new season. I realize this movie is quite ancient for those of us that saw this movie in the 90s, but it carries a lot of practical lessons that we can still apply to our lives today. Here's 4 of them. Number 1, find your love. Playing the piano, reading a novel, writing poetry, baking cookies, painting, building, or coaching your child's soccer team are just a few thought starters. Perhaps it's recharging the physical, spiritual, or emotional self in your daily life. Write down a list of things that you like to do that are not work-related and choose one to apply for at least an hour every single day. And then, how can you take any of these interests or hobbies to help others? Number 2, don't quit your job yet. Sometimes we should look for greener pastures, but do the inner work first. Any career change should be done thoughtfully. The point is to weigh your options, do an internal and external assessment of your life goals, your values, your interests, your skills, and carefully make a plan to realign accordingly. Number 3, live purposefully. Live intentionally. Living intentionally is a balance of self-care and caring for others. Wake up and recharge your battery appropriately in the morning by hydrating, journaling, reading, and praying. Don't start the day on your email. Find silence without your phone or social media. Make this an immovable ritual every single day. And then move your body with exercise or have a meditative walk around your neighborhood or in nature. Once you put on your mask with your morning routine, look around and help everyone else around you, starting with your family. And number 4, recognize the season. Like Phil, our days and weeks can often feel the same. Maybe that stagnation is a sign that the season should change. And you know what? It's okay to call in sick. It's okay to call in sad. It's also okay to take off early a day or two and set up some new boundaries. To fall in love with your work again, find healthy ways to recharge and spice up your life. Go for a walk at lunch. Network with one person a day. Take a 15-minute power nap in the afternoon. And go back to number 1, find your love. Most importantly, know your purpose and let that spark you for any room that you walk into. Though we don't get the opportunity to relive our days until we get it right, we do have the choice of getting off the proverbial hamster wheel. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the suicidal scenes that happen in Groundhog Day. If you're suffering from sadness, depression, or suicidal thoughts from the demands of life, know that you are not alone. I realize that I'm touching on a very complex and sensitive issue, and I don't have all the answers, and my life purview may be limited. But I would encourage you to seek help if you're struggling or challenged with any aspect of your life. Seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Call a friend, a loved one, or a therapist, or visit 988lifeline.org. 988lifeline.org, or call 988. And if you are on the other side and notice someone who may be challenged, show love. Hug someone. Call someone that crosses your mind and listen and show grace. Make that a daily habit. It may save someone's life. Stay warm, stay safe. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you for listening to the Work-Life Eubiosis podcast, part of the work-life resources created by Own Your 5 to 9. I hope that you have found encouragement and a few ideas to strengthen your journey to purpose, freedom, and balance. Have you overcome burnout and found a new way of life? Millions around the globe are still at the risk of burnout and losing it all. And your story may be the one that sparks not only a dream, but action. Visit ownyour5to9.com for more information and submit your story. While you're there, join the Work-Life Eubiosis newsletter and receive additional resources weekly right to your inbox. If you enjoy this podcast, take time to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Share it with a friend or loved one. Remember, the most important organization in the world is the family. Let's do our part to strengthen it. Thank you for listening.